Hi everybody, I'm Doc Shocker, and we're playing some Alan Wake. In our last episode, we managed to leave the Cauldron Lake Lodge, and, well, trouble followed.
Barry!
Oh, man, you're okay! Jeez, it's good to hear your voice! I was trying to get out of the car, but the ground gave way! Man, what a drop! Don't worry, your cutout is fine.
Forget that! Are you okay?
I hit some bushes, didn't get a scratch. There's no way you can climb down, though. It's like a sheer wall.
Well, there's no way I can climb down. It's like a sheer wall. But I am pretty much sans weapon here of any variety.
Ah! Al! There's something moving down here!
Barry, it's a taken! Use a flare, Barry!
Oh! Yeah!
Barry, are you alright?
I'm good, Al! I'm great! Guess you never messed with anyone from New York City before, huh?
I guess not. We'll make our way further down the hill here. Here it is. The Anderson Brothers farm.
You're gonna have to find your way around to the farm, Al! I'll be waiting!
Barry, just wait for me, okay?
Al! I'm not staying here! It's suicide! I'm going to the farm! I'm gonna go ahead and secure the area! You can catch up! Don't worry about him! I'm on the case!
Now he's Rambo. This would turn into a disaster if I didn't catch up with Barry.
Alright, let's see. Kick that muffler off of there. I don't like mufflers on my broken train tracks, sorry to say. Alright, so we found our checkpoint. Our run has been enabled again, which I'm sure is going to be very handy for us here very, very soon. Alright, here we go. Huh. I see a journal page. And a wheelbarrow's gonna have it in for me here any old second now. Alright, we'll pick up the manuscript page.
When he stopped the car at the Anderson farm, Walter felt relieved. Oblivion was close at hand. The brothers wouldn't miss a jar of moonshine or two in the booby hatch. But then he saw the man on the porch, and he knew who it was. Driving for his life and knowing it was useless, he didn't realize he was crying until he couldn't see the road for the tears.
Alright. Let's make sure we keep plenty of stuff in between us and the flying debris. Let's see, hopefully we can make our way over here and flip that light on. It's not going to do a whole lot for us given the direction it's kind of facing, but all in all, it's okay. Looks like we've got some stuff over here. Whoa, whoop, 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 whoop. Yeah, a bunch of stuff I want absolutely no part of. Alright, flip that on. Turn it on. There we go, there we go. Yeah, it's good stuff. Great stuff, the best stuff. A fine Snapple tea, if you will. What do we have over here? Staircase on that trestle. I want to head up there and see if there's anything super duper. And hopefully not entirely deadly for me. I have made a horrible mistake. Oop. Can't catch me, I'm the gingerbread man. Whoop! And it's actually not too bad for catching a minecart in the face. Whoa. Alright. Birds. There are birds. More birds.
Shadows crawled over the gate. I needed a light to destroy them to get through.
I think that looks pretty good. Maybe we'll head up these stairs and hopefully there's a Jenny or a switch or something that we can use. Another manuscript page. Ah, well, that's lovely.
I hoped there'd still be a working generator somewhere around here to power up the old lights by the gate. Agent Nightingale stared at the passed out rider. The man was sleeping off one hell of a night. Nightingale felt a stab of envy at Wake's oblivion, but he had a job to do. He put the gun to Wake's head and almost became a murderer. His hand shook and his throat felt tight and dry. Biting his teeth, he tried again to pull the trigger. He lost the nerve. Wake stirred. Nightingale would have to settle for an arrest.
Well, it's certainly good for Alan. Any other little things to discover up here? Does not appear to be the case. I'll see what we have over this way. As I say often, I'm not a completionist, but this is a game where I think that the majority of the collectibles, at least the manuscript pages, are interesting, and I do enjoy them.
In the woods ahead. Facing the enemy without a weapon was dangerous, but I had no choice.
What do we have here? Trust no one in the dark. Alright, so it looks like it's down the stairs. Got no batteries, just the flashlight. Alright, this should be not fun. Oh, come on now. Did I miss some flares along the way? It's certainly a possibility. Oh, I don't think we're gonna make it. Nope. It seems like my cardio is kind of
I could sense the movement in the woods ahead. Facing the enemy
whimpered
without a
out
weapon was
a little
dangerous,
bit.
but I had no choice.
Doesn't appear that there are any flares here or anything of that variety. So maybe if we just kind of choose a more direct path in an attempt to just outright circumvent even bothering with that generator. Oh boy. Come on. Come on, Al. Get up to the light. Get up to the light. One more little bit. There we go. Yeah, that's definitely a trolly little sequence there now, isn't it? Alright, so looks like it's down the hill here.
A car was driving away from the farm, headed in the same general direction as I was. For all I knew, it was Barry, caught in the consequences of leaping before looking.
Well, that is kind of Barry in a nutshell. We got the heavy-duty flashlight. I think we'll take it. And some batteries. Some beer. The beer, man. The beer. Let's see. No telltale glow back there, and I don't know if I really want to fall too deep
The car
into
was
a
heading for
woodland
the cabin
trap.
up ahead. It wasn't far. If it was Barry, I would see the damage soon.
Alright, looks like we are somewhat committed to our path forward here. Really want to burn up any of my charge.
I'm trying to deliver each page to the right time and place. I'm trying to show you how the story goes.
I had seen glimpses of the light before. I had seen it in my dream. It was a strange spaceman or a diver in a bulky suit. He was the one who'd been placing the pages on my path. The dark presence followed the choreography laid out to it in the manuscript, growing stronger and stronger, moving like a storm from one scene of destruction to the next. But it was still bound to follow the story and chained to the dark place it came from. When the story reached the end it longed for, it would finally be free.
Alright, so we've got some flares. We also have some traps we need to remain aware of as we make our way through. I highly doubt they're going to make this terribly easy for us. Yep, that is a trap. That's a trap. These are all the traps. Okay, looks like we navigated the worst of that.
The storm raged on as the Anderson brothers walked unsteadily away from the clinic with the other patients in tow, knowing that this time they wouldn't return. The darkness around them seethed with horrors, but Tor and Odin were unafraid. Their eyes glinted with guile. They knew every secret path, and there was blood on their hands. They had fought the Shades before.
So we continue to learn that the Andersons are not only drug-addled rockers from the 70s, but kind of
Someone
complete
had left their
badasses
gun
too.
behind. Now I had a fighting chance of reaching the farm.
Let's get out of the light, because boy, that is really blinding this time around. Just for laughs. Can we get up here? Just for laughs. Probably die in falling, but I just checkpointed, so shouldn't worry too much about it. Ow. I suppose I could have just went that way, but not going to say that's very fun. Alright, doesn't look like there's really a whole lot going on to this place. So, oh, that was, man, MLG strats going on there, for sure. But I kind of want to conserve my ammunition as best I can. Hopefully not step in a bear trap here. Hopefully if we just kind of maintain the serpentine. You, sir, just need to die. Didn't really want to have to use a bullet there. Just to get a little bit of my health back, but not a whole lot. Oh man! I said we are talking some MLG kind of stuff here. Wow, they are just going for it this time around. So long, fellas. Alright, so we got one round, one flare. Hopefully.
I could see the car, but there was no sight of the driver.
Hopefully there's something to be offered to us in here.
Hello? Anybody here? Barry!
No! Danny, you're not! Please! What are you? No! Don't! I'm sorry!
I know you. You were in jail the other day.
I went to the farm again for the moonshine, you know? It makes you see. They're not gonna miss it. They're in the loony bin. My buddy, Danny, I lost him. Something's gone wrong with him. It's not him. Like a real bad follow-up to a real good movie. The best friend's suddenly the bad guy. Who wrote this crap anyway?
Alright, I'm just gonna leave you to die then.
I've run through every possible course in my head. If I continue like the Dark Presence wants me to, the story I'm writing won't save Alice. It's a horror story, and it's going to kill her, and me, and everybody in this town. No one will survive. Darkness will consume everything. This is what it's wanted all along. It will be free, unstoppable. It used Alice to get to me, dangled her in front of me to keep me going. It was never going to release her. I'm going to change this. I'll escape. I've written myself into the story. I'm now the protagonist. This feels like a terrible risk, but it's the only way to save Alice. I'll be bound by the events of the story just as much as anyone else who's been woven into it. The story must stay true for this to work. There have to be victims along the way, near escapes, cliffhangers. In a horror story, it can't be certain that the hero will succeed or even survive. He almost has to die. I'll write my own escape into the story next. I need help. Zane's going to be the one who will help me. I'll make it happen.
Very interesting. Very, very, very interesting. So the reason that I crawled myself up out of the lake at the interim of the game is because I wrote myself into the story.
Let me guess. Danny, huh?
Sure. Alright, got some batteries, another flare over here, that's good stuff. Alright, and I don't think there was really anything else to grab in here. No manuscript pages. Just double check up here in this room real quick. Is that on the floor? Some book. Well, sorry, buddy. Alright. No going out that
I
way.
could climb out through the broken window. The front door was locked.
You say you can climb out the window, but
The farm
then,
was
you
still
know.
a good distance away. I'd need a car to get there fast.
Well, I imagine it's probably a really good thing there's a truck sitting
For a
there then.
moment, Hartman considered strangling the idiot. Mott was mean-spirited, but easily manipulated. An emotional infant who lived for his approval. Wake, by contrast, was a far more difficult subject. Mott had given him too much leash. In 2 days, who knew what could happen? Hartman would have to find a way to rein him in, and quickly.
Well, I think that's a little dated. Must be a little bit of backlog in the Hartman sections, because pretty sure our man Hartman isn't really around anymore. Venison. What do we have going on here? Oh, flashbang even. Things are looking up.
If Barry wasn't up here, he was probably in trouble down at the farm. For a moment, I felt bad for doubting him. After all, I'd made it this far myself. But Barry was Barry.
What's that supposed to mean? I know what he means. But so far, he has proven himself a pretty adept survivor. Let's have a look here. Some more batteries. It's always welcome. Revolver rounds. That should put me back relatively close to full. You have going on up here? Anything special? Nope. And we'll open up this crate waiting for us. Couple more flashbangs. Certainly very, very welcome. Make our way in the Jeep here to this fire tower. Maybe this is not quite as good as the truck was, that's for sure. But we have a car too, so we'll probably be changing cars. Holy cow. Thing is like really front heavy. It's kind of strange. We'll head up to our fire tower. Have a look around. Looks like we'll hear what our buddy Pat has to say. I think I do want the hunting rifle. Yay!
Well, as I'm sure everyone's noticed, that storm we all felt coming is finally here. The boys at the Weather Service reckon it'll last until morning at the very least. Pertaining to that, let me read that missing persons alert again. The Sheriff's Department's still looking for a Caucasian woman, 30 years old, slim and blonde with blue eyes. She may be lost in the woods, and it's possible she's been injured in a car accident. If you see her, please make sure you get her indoors and call the sheriff. It's bad weather to be caught out in, so if you see someone in the area who maybe looks a little confused, give them a hand, all right? This is Pat Maine on KBF FM, hoping you're all safe and warm tonight.
Thanks, Pat. You're a heck of a guy. You're one of the good ones, for sure. Actually, before I head back down the stairs, I want to kind of have a peek over here and over here. Just to be certain that we're not missing a page of the manuscript. I think we're going to go for the car. Are you just gonna stand there and let me shoot you? Okay. Well, I got pretty lucky there, I'm not even going to lie, a little bit. Because I definitely should have tasted some pickaxe right there. Alright, let's see. I think that is our road down to the farm. Or is that just the loop around? Yeah, I think that's just the loop around from the fire tower, so... I don't think so. I don't think he's kidding even a little bit. I think we need to really drive up in the woods or anything like that. Looks like we've got some folks waiting for us. But hopefully we can just kind of avoid that altogether. Or not. Alright, I think it's time to get over here to this light. And I think this will be a good enough spot to leave off for this episode of Alan Wake. If you've liked the video, please be sure to press the like button down below. If you have any comments, questions, or critiques for me, you can leave those in the comments section. I'd love to hear from you. And with that, this has been Alan Wake. I'm Doc Shocker. You've been great. Happy gaming.